Yeah, so this is shit. If I want a license, I have to have an address. If I want to have an address, I have to pay my taxes. If I don't pay my taxes, they'll take away my address. They'll take away my licenses. They'll take away my identification, my rights, and my family. But my taxes are being paid to pay the girls at the bureau to hand out the licenses in the middle of a city. So to go into that city, I need to have money in order to feed myself and house myself and pay for where I shit and do all the other crap. And I can't even afford to have my property in the first place to grow all those things for myself because I have to actually have an automobile so that I can get all that shit to town so I can feed myself and house myself. What a vicious circle. So in order to build anything, I have to get a building code. In the first place, my automobile, I had a motorcycle's license. I went to the fucking bureau to pay for my fucking, all my shit, get it all done, file it. I already passed the test, I graduated, I had all the papers. They didn't file them. I didn't get my M license. That was a decade ago. So they take my taxes and they pay for palliative care. They pay for the police that arrest me and kick me off my property and take my property if I don't pay my taxes. And they pay to build the shitty ass roads to enforce the necessity to own and drive a vehicle in order to make money so that you can pay the taxes on your property so you don't get all your shit taken away so that you can go to work to pay your taxes. The entire economy is founded and based on the petrodollar, which is just a military organization that has complete disregard for how logical or sustainable their destruction and pillaging of the environment is, or how equal the distribution of what is in the environment is towards the people or towards the people of the world. And people that contribute absolutely nothing through money can buy hundreds of acres of land, pillage the resources on it uncontested because the police will come out and say, no, we're paid in taxes to say, no, you cannot stop these filthy rich people from buying a lot of land, pillaging the resources and doing what they want with it. They just buy the lumber rights, they buy the mineral rights. If you're out in the middle of the bush and you're squatting because you miraculously made this work for you without a gun or without any form of license or any form of connection with the rest of the world, and they didn't take away your children, they can just buy the mineral rights, swap up and say, oh, I'm sorry, you haven't been here for the legal amount of squatting years. What was it, 7 years? Get the fuck out. They don't even fucking contribute. They just have a shitload of money and they walk in and they say, yeah, you don't have the right to be here. And so that's what they do with the highways and that's what they do with everything. It's fucked. Who gives a shit they have money? They haven't made any contributions towards society in any way, shape, or form. It's like when you have a fat secretary and she thinks she's contributing to the family income because she's bringing home money. Yes, except she's not contributing to the economy because in reality her job is actually a parasitic siphoning off of the economy. Because she didn't earn any of her money or any of her food or any of her clothes or anything that she's ever acquired through her wage. And that's not some anti-feminist shit. Whoever likes turning Antifa into anti-feminist shit. Nurses are very, very valuable. Sure, granted, I don't want to pay them for 90% of the things that they do, but they're more valuable than 80% of the tradesmen. I'm speaking in general terms, as in some nurses don't need to be there, while others are super, super, super important. So we're just like levying them out. And the tradesmen are important because we do need tractors in order to feed these shitholes of cities that we live in that have hundreds of thousands of people. They don't grow their own food because everyone fucking sits around and shits in the water, which you also have to pay for. And if you don't pay for that, then you can't shit anywhere and you can't work anywhere and you can't make any food and you can't eat anything, so you can't have any licenses, so you can't have any property, so you can't have a family. It's a monetary system and you have to pay your taxes to support and reinforce and strengthen that monetary system that enslaves you. That's why Antifa means something. That's why it's important. And that's why everyone opposed to it. It's a brain dead, worthless piece of shit that goes, I have a truck and I like beer.